Hi, my name is Fiona Bossoff and I'm the Executive Director of the Integral Alliance, a network of international Christian NGOs of which your agency is a member. As we may well have experienced in our work, when a disaster strikes anywhere on the planet, it brings with it suffering and some very real challenges, especially for the poor. That we respond is crucial, but how we respond is critical. You, the Integral members, each have your headquarters in 13 of the wealthiest countries and work in over 85 of the poorest countries in the world. You are involved in more than 30 sectors, fund over 1,100 projects, and have a combined income of over $350 million US. Although as members each of you are very different, you hold one thing in common. You do not believe that your organisation can go it alone. You have a godly kingdom vision, one that says you can be more effective, more efficient and get better leverage for God's kingdom by working together. At Integral, our members unite both to bring relief in disaster situations and to work on other collaborative projects. Our main focus is on combining our efforts in emergency situations so that we're able to be much stronger as each of us, both small and large, play our part. Up until now, we've been sharing information and funding in many disaster contexts, but now all our members have committed themselves to work in partnership at a deeper level and more strategically. Key people in each agency have worked hard to develop a process that ensures that we have an integrated response whenever a disaster strikes. This means having contingency procedures in place prior to an emergency happening so that we can respond more quickly and maximise our different strengths when a disaster does occur. Some of you raise funds from private donors, some from government donors or institutions, while others have technical expertise that can be used in an emergency situation. Others of you have partners or programmes on the ground that will be able to respond immediately or that can help with the recovery stage, building a better and stronger community and infrastructure following a disaster. The new post-disaster process might sound simple to achieve, but it took time for us to get to the point of being able to put it into effect. Behind the straightforward following of procedures lie a lot of relationship building and trust. These relationships have developed and trust has grown over time by meeting together to share and learn, peer reviewing one another's adherence to those quality standards, and in over 100 cases that we know about of bilateral work, both in the field and in our headquarters. As you may have experienced, when a disaster happens, you must know that the work being done by other members is good, if not excellent, and that it meets industry standards, such as those expressed in the Red Cross Code of Conduct and Sphere standards. That is why we've worked hard on formulating our own set of quality standards that all members adhere to and peer review each other on. As the Integral Alliance, we can play our part in bigger disasters with high media coverage effectively. But what about the disasters that don't hit the headlines, that are not well funded or even known about? I am thrilled that as Integral, we have made the decision to get involved if just 2 or more members are planning to respond in a smaller disaster situation where there are needs that our members can meet. We serve a Heavenly Father who calls us to help all of the hungry, thirsty, strangers, naked, sick and imprisoned. And we know that in the case of hidden or smaller emergencies, even a minor amount of funding made available to us can make a major difference to those affected by that disaster. As Integral, our vision is to harness the different strengths that we hold in our hands, both in the job that we do and with our agencies as a whole. Together, we can combine those strengths to become Integral, one whole that cannot be divided, so that we can respond more effectively and efficiently to disasters around the world. Thank you for working with us to bring more timely, appropriate and well-coordinated assistance to disaster-affected people.